The All-American Futurity weekend coverage on StallionESearch.com is brought to you by the Stallions at Robichaux Ranch Incorporated in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana.
And hello again, everyone. I'm Greg Thompson of StallionESearch.com, here with another episode of the All-American Futurity preview here on Stallion eSearch, brought to you by the Stallions standing at Robichaux Ranch Incorporated in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. On this episode, we're going to touch upon several qualifiers going into the All-American Futurity, including the fastest qualifier coming out of day one from the Blaine Wood Barn, Apocalyptical Jess. A hard name to say from a horse, Apocalyptical Jess. It was qualified by jockey Ricky Ramirez, who had 3 qualifiers going into the All-American Futurity, had to choose between the two, including the Rainbow Futurity, MM4 in the morning. He did choose MM4 in the morning. Before he had a chance to make those decisions, this is what he had to say about the fastest qualifier.
Apocalyptical Jess, he ran a good race, stood good in the gate, a little bit nervous at first, but he settled in good, drawing the one hole did him some good. But this horse has shown promise. He looked good in his schooling races back in May, but in the Redoso and Rainbow trials, he had a little bit of trouble at the gate. But I think he overcome that yesterday, and just impressive. 440 yards did not seem to bother him. If anything, it was to his benefit.
Now, we also had a chance to go over and talk to Jason Olmstead about a qualifier going into the All-American Futurity, Lender 16.
This horse is a well-accomplished 2-year-old. Already done a lot this year, and to get him in the All-American, tell me your emotions that you got going on about this horse.
Right now, it's icing on the cake. She performed well at Remington when she won the Remington Park Futurity, and we supplemented her to the Ruidoso trials, and she ran a heck of a race in those trials. The wind just wasn't in our favor. In the last trial of the day, we get bumped out, and we redeemed ourselves the other day and come back and qualified for this one.
What do you think? Talk to me about from gate to wire this race. What you saw?
I was happy she drew in with that horse of Clint's. That gave us something to run at, and those 2 horses, they just flat out hooked up and gutted themselves to get there, and that's probably what made the difference. She's as fit as she's going to be. She handled the quarter mile, I thought, just fine. She closed well in the finals of that deal. Now it's just a matter of keeping her happy and fresh like we've kept her all summer, and everybody starts in the same line, and good luck to all.
Also in this preview, we were able to stop over to the barn of the always colorful Toby Keaton to talk to him about his qualifier going into the finals. I'm Just Special V.
Well, horse come up here and run a really big race in the trials, Greg, and come back in the finals and didn't fire like I really wanted him to. Come back in the Rainbow trials and didn't break. Come flying on the end, and I thought, boy, quarter mile's going to be where we need to go. And horse bled on me about, you watch his race, he looked like he was going to go on, and he bled a little bit and he stopped on me and really didn't run his race. We was lucky to qualify. But, in the last couple of years, you use your horse all up in the trials and you ain't got nothing left in the finals, and I've done that. And maybe I didn't prepare the horse, as much as I should have, but, we got a lot of horse left, and luckily the bleeding didn't hurt him. He stayed in the feed bucket and everything's going good. And I think this horse is really going to run a big race in the finals.
Be sure to check in with StallionESearch.com on a daily basis during this All-American Futurity weekend, not only for the huge races this weekend, but also the 3 days of the sale of the Ruidoso Select sale.
Introducing the Stallion Roster at Robichaux Ranch in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. An AQHA champion 3-year-old and winner of the Grade 1 All-American Derby, the strikingly handsome Apolitical Blood, the runner-up of the All-American Futurity and the sire of 8 black-type graded stakes winners to date, Jet Black Patriot, the son of legendary Corona Cartel, and the AQHA champion sire himself, Fury of the Wind, the young star stallion of Louisiana and the talk of the sire ranks, 5 Bar Cartel, the Grade 1 winning millionaire, the sire that is fastly approaching $30 million in earnings from his offspring, the consistent producer, He's a Fast Dash, the impressive son of PYC Paint Your Wagon, Fast Prize Jordan, the multiple Grade 1 winner and Grade 1 finalist, a leading national sire and son of Chicks Beduino, and a sire approaching legendary status in his home state of Louisiana, Game Patriot. You can't go wrong with the Stallion Roster at Robichaux Ranch Incorporated in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana.